What is up, everybody? Welcome to Ken's home video episode number 3. And I've got a friend joining me here tonight. He's back there. He's back there. That is Michael frickin' Myers, or Corey Cunningham, whatever you want to call him. Yeah, I'm here. I'm live on a Sunday night. Let me know if that's too loud. It's probably going to be too loud. It's already too loud for me. I'll go ahead and turn it off. But first things first, guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Holler if you can hear me. I need to know. And then let me know if Michael's being too noisy back there. I mean, that's one of those little, yard blow up things. I haven't put it out yet. So my wife brought it down here today and put it up for me down here because I briefly mentioned that I may want to put it in my office. And she did it for me. She could have put it in the yard, but she put it down here. So that's what happened. That's what happened. Thank y'all for being here, though. 60 people in here right now. Hit the like button if you haven't already. I apologize that the intro was long. I was scrambling to get everything together, as always. Gus is here. What's up, Gus? How are you doing? But yeah, we're going to talk about a variety of topics tonight. Brian Bradshaw said, hi, Ken. Yes, even though I didn't love Halloween Ends, I will buy the 4K to complete the series. Yeah, we'll talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Chandler says, hi, Ken. How are you doing tonight? What's up, Chandler? How are you doing? AK says, hi, Ken. What's up, AK? What's up, Scaps? What's up, Jonathan Krause? RK says he's unable to like the stream. What is this, RK? What do you mean you can't like this stream? Explain yourselves. Unless there's two of you, then explain yourselves. Let's see. What's up, Mel? How are you doing, my killer podcast? Mel, did you put up your Halloween Ends review yet? I want to know what you think. Kill that like button, everybody. Thank you, Mel. Thank you. Wolf Sights here says evening. Hux Pop Culture Cafe says, let's go, Ken. Hey, Mel, Scaps, Gus, and all you lovely people. What's up, Huck? Huck, did you watch Halloween Ends? I don't know how big of a Halloween fan you are. I know you're a big Star Trek fan. We talked about it. Do you like Halloween? Let me know. No, I won't buy the Halloween Ends 4K. Okay. Just finished The Fifth Element 4K. Picture was great, and the effects held up really well. I don't think I've seen that movie since VHS, to be honest. I had the Blu-ray. It's a very early Blu-ray, but I have it. But yeah, I've not seen that movie in a long time. I don't remember being a huge fan of it when I watched it when I was a kid. Let's see. Good evening. Chase says, good evening. Hold on, guys. I forgot to plug in my PC. I'm going to leave you with Michael real quick. I'm not going to go anywhere. But if I go down, there's going to be trouble. So I got to go real quick. I'm almost back. Woo. Okay, I'm back. The problem with, having two YouTube channels and only one laptop is I have to move stuff around constantly. And I forgot the power cord. It happens. Chase says, good evening. Hey, Chase, how you doing? Huck and Mel, let's see. Buying the Steelbook, even the Though the movie was Well, thank you. I'm glad you all are answering my question. Maybe I should put that poll in the chats. Maybe I should do a poll. I did Steelbooks and slipcovers last Sunday. So yeah, let me do that poll. Are you all going to buy Halloween Ends on 4K? That's going to be the poll. And yeah, I just remember because me and my wife reviewed it on our channel. So where's the poll? I can start a Q&A. There's like new options on here now. Anyway, we reviewed it on our channel, and we weren't the most positive on it. And everybody in the comments was like, Ken's still going to buy that 4K. I was like, you damn right I'm going to buy the 4K. You damn right. So, yeah. So then it's an interesting question, though. Are you going to buy a 4K of something that you're not a big fan of? I feel like we do it all the time. I'm getting ready to buy that box set of all the Halloween movies that I'm not the biggest fan of. So, yeah, it happens. Are you going to buy Halloween Ends on 4K or Blu-ray? I guess I should put Blu-ray in there as well. Some people might buy it on Blu-ray or DVD. I'm not going to discriminate. I'll put DVD in there. Blu-ray or DVD? Simple yes or no question. And that poll is up. That poll is up. And I mean, some people like the movie. Some people liked it. They're not going to have a problem buying the 4K. Let's see. Buying the Steelbook. I'm sure it's going to be a good Steelbook. Although I really... Look, I'm not going to say anything. It's still the weekend, even though this was on streaming. So if you really wanted to see Halloween Ends, you had every opportunity to see it. It's the end of the weekend. I shouldn't really be concerned with spoiling stuff, but I'm going to be nice and I'm not going to spoil too much. I may say a name of a character that's in the movie that's a significant character, but I'm not going to spoil what that character did. Okay? But anyway, it's on Peacock. It's in the theaters. If you're a Halloween fan, you should already saw it by now. Should have saw it. Gus says My Killer Podcast. I'm watching Commando, Arnold's best film. That is probably the only big Arnold movie I have not seen, but I did buy it on Blu-ray when it's $4, so I will watch it eventually. I would like to do an Arnold month when I get back to doing my themed months. Daniel Eastridge says, Albert, I thought the movie was okay. I will still support buying physical media. Okay. Oh, the shape. Hi, everyone. What's up, Ken? Hopefully everyone had a great weekend. Can you all hear that back there at all? Can you hear that back there at all? Let me know. Somebody let me know. I would rather get Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2 remake on 4K than Halloween Ends. Halloween Ends is bringing out the Rob Zombie supporters, it feels like. Not supporters, but people that were hard on the Rob Zombie films. Now they're not so hard on the Rob Zombie films because these movies exist, which is interesting. Because these movies were supposed to save us from the Rob Zombie stuff. They were supposed to save us. Save our Halloween fandom. I'm just getting up all over the place. I had to turn on the lights. But yeah, how's everybody doing tonight? Do you all watch Halloween Kills? There's probably people in here that just don't care. And that's fine. There's probably a lot of people in here that just don't care. Let's see. 55 votes. 69% said yes. Okay. Well, I'm assuming that, most of the 69 probably liked it. Hola. Hey there, Kenny Level, says Adrian James. What's up, Adrian? Hey, yo, Adrian. Ease Horror Show says, we can hear you. I'm glad you can hear me. Let me see. Where am I at? I haven't seen Commando, Matt. No, I have not. I have not. 69% is nice. It's not too shabby. I know that. It is not too shabby. Okay, so Huck, you sound fine, and the inflatable isn't too loud to me. I'll turn it off eventually. I'll keep it going right now. It's a cool aesthetic, I think. Michael right over my shoulder. It's pretty cool, right? I think it's pretty cool. 114 people in here. Who's hit the like button and who hasn't? Golly. It's not that hard to hit a like button. You just hit it. You would think I was asking you people for your kidneys or something. I just want to like. 38 likes. 108 people. What's going on, guys? What's going on? I'll just assume that you guys don't like me anymore. That you just hate watching me. That's fine. You're here, so it's all good. Adam, Mr. Blu-ray says, "Hi Ken, how are you?" I'm doing good, Adam. Doing good. Fetmatic says, thumbs up, and a wave. Well, thumbs up, and a wave to you too, sir. I appreciate that. What's up, Mark? What's up, Jason Walsh? How are you doing, buddy? Brian Bradshaw said, "Ken, what's your favorite scary movie of all time?" Well, my favorite scary movie of all time is getting ready to get fucked around just like the Halloween franchise by the same director next year, and it's The Exorcist. That's my favorite scary movie of all time. But yeah, dropping that review tomorrow, but awesome. I cannot wait to see it. Yeah, if you want to know my thoughts on Halloween Ends, I have both a non-spoiler review and a spoiler-filled almost 2-hour live stream that I did with my wife last night. We went live, for almost 2 hours doing a spoiler-heavy review of Halloween Ends. So if you want to know my thoughts, they're out there. Go to our channel. That link is down below, and you can check out both of those. Don't leave right now, but after this stream, you can check them out. But as for my thoughts, I can give you brief thoughts right here. Of course, I'm going to do my ranking, and that'll better clarify what I think of it. I'm all over the place with this movie right now. I don't know what to think of it. My initial thoughts were there was a lot of cool ideas and concepts that weren't very well executed and definitely not fulfilled by the time you got to the end. They backpedaled a lot. They chickened out, I think, on a lot of things that I thought were actually pretty cool. But to be honest, like I think the only reason I thought they were cool was because I was completely checked out on this franchise at this point, and I was not even taking it seriously anymore. Like after Kills, I was just done. I was like, they're not even making real movies anymore, let alone real horror Halloween movies. They're just not even making real movies. I don't know. I just did not like Kills at all. 2018 was okay. Kills was not a favorite of mine. So by the time we got to this one, I was just ready for whatever. And they're actually throwing all this cool stuff in there, this different stuff, this unique stuff, but it just wasn't very well executed. So I was like, well, this movie's not good, but I also don't hate it. I think there's a lot of interesting stuff in it. So I do want to rewatch it. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it in a nutshell. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. I'm just watching Dallas Cowboys versus Philadelphia Eagles. Awesome. I don't watch sports. Is that baseball? Is that basketball? I'm just joking. I know it's football. Let's see. Saw Arachnophobia review. Thought it was quite interesting. Awesome. Thank you for checking that out, Aaron. Me and my wife are doing 13 Days of Horror, and we watched and reviewed Arachnophobia. That was a fun rewatch. I think that movie still holds up pretty good. The scariest thing about this film is that the clowns responsible for it are rebooting the. I literally just said that same thing, Tom. Let's see. Hi, Huck. Great swap meet video today. Nice finds. Yeah, I'll have to check out your swap meet video, Huck. Eve's horror show is running out of here. She says, I'm gone. Well, thank you for being here, Eve. I don't know if that's what that meant. Last one, Michael was stabbed and shot multiple times by 20 plus people, and despite that, kills them all. And in this, he is wrestled to the ground by a 20-year-old who was previously bullied by teenagers. And who was at the beginning of the movie banging on the door, screaming like a little girl, "Let me out." How old was he there? Like 17 or 18? But he got the last laugh on that kid. I'll tell you that. Yeah, so what you're expected to play along with is that Michael Myers is weakened in this movie. He is a shell of his former self. He's 4 years older, so he's weak. He needs to kill again to gain strength. It's almost like Michael's like a character in an RPG. And when he kills, he gets experience, and then he levels up, and then he gets more powerful, and then he can be the old Michael again. So that concept in and of itself is pretty interesting. I don't know. But yeah, like I said, I can see how you can call it a joke film. That's the thing. Like, people that hate it, I understand. People that love it, I understand. People that just like it and think it's okay, I understand. I understand all points of view with this one because it's just a weird movie, and my mind is all over the place with it. Whereas last year, when people were praising kills, I was like, what? This movie sucks. I didn't understand it at all. But I understand it now. I loved Halloween Ends. See? That's fine. Delated Entertainment's throwing some eyeballs in here. What's up, man? Halloween Ends reminds me a lot of Glass because Split was awesome and Glass was a disappointment movie, just like Halloween Ends. Yeah, kind of. I can see that comparison. Only I like Glass. I like Glass a lot because it was a subversion of all of your expectations. You were expecting some big battle at the end between the superheroes and the supervillains. And then you remember that this is in the Unbreakable universe, and they've never done big battles between the superheroes and the supervillains. So why would they start now? And I think that the way that Glass ends is actually pretty perfect for that franchise. So I like Glass, but again, yeah, I understand because Split was awesome, and Glass was went a little weirder, which is kind of similar to Kills and Ends, to be honest. Rebooting The Exorcist better be like the original. I don't know, man. I mean, The Exorcist has bad movies already. I mean, the second one everybody hates. I've actually never seen it. The third one's really good, though. And the two prequels, yeah, they're okay. Middle of the road. We are in Los Angeles and did a Paramount and Warner Brothers tour yesterday. Very small groups, and we got to go inside and set a set at both studios better than any special feature you'll find on a disc. Awesome, man. That's some good stuff. I have not seen it, Scaps, but I believe I ordered that one in my shout sale, in the shout sale, that I got an email on the other day saying that my order was held up. Let me see. Let me get this email. Let me see if I can find this email. I might read it to you all. So I ordered from the shout sale probably going on 2 weeks ago, I think. As long as it doesn't have like my personal stuff on it, I might bring it up. You know, everybody's always interested in the latest Shout Factory news, them screwing people around, right? Okay, Shocktober is extended. Shocktober ends tonight. Okay, order updates. All right, I'm just gonna read it to you all instead of bringing it up. Basically, yeah, they sent me an email. They say, "Greetings. If you've receiving this email, they don't need a basic grammar in their emails. God, I thought I was bad. I thought I was reading it wrong, but they wrote it wrong. If you've receiving this email, come on, Shout. Hope they didn't send that to everybody. You placed an order during our Shocktober sale. You're also probably wondering or have asked us via email, where is my order? I actually didn't. I just assumed it was going to take a little bit. I mean, I when it comes to these sales and stuff, like I'm pretty patient. I get impatient when it's a new item that I pre-ordered and I should have on time. When it's a sale, it's like I know it'll get here when it gets here. I don't get like super, you know, impatient when it comes to that kind of stuff. So we wanted to send out a quick update before the weekend to keep you up to speed. Even though I have already gotten in my Criterion pickups, which I might go ahead and show off tonight. Let's see. This year proved not to be our most popular Shocktober sale to date, but also our most popular sale ever in the 20-year history of the company. Gee, I wonder why. Because it actually was a pretty damn good sale, and you all actually marked stuff down to good prices this time, and you don't usually do that. So I wonder why it was a successful sale. Maybe you'll do that more often now. And they actually had like 4Ks and other stuff, and I don't think they've had a lot of 4Ks in the past. I won't give an exact number of orders we're handling. Oh, they got to keep that top secret. But let's just say it's a lot. Cthulhu-sized amount. Okay. Even with hiring extra hands and working extra hours, which we've done and are doing, we're still experiencing delays. That being said, we plan to have a timeline for when your orders will ship ready by next week. At that point, we'll send out one more follow-up email to let you know when you can expect yours. We want to thank you again for helping us celebrate Scream Factory's 10th anniversary, supporting the site, and for being patient with us while we get your orders packed and sent. Okay. I mean, I understand. It takes a while. I get it. It's all good. It's all good. I mean, it was 2 weeks ago, but it's fine. But I mean, honestly, like I've worked in a lot of picking and packing warehouses before. Is all they do is DVDs and Blu-rays and 4Ks? Like that stuff doesn't take that long to pack, in my opinion. You need to be cracking the whip. But then they'll fuck everything up if they do that. So I guess not. To me, it shouldn't take that long. I mean, that's maybe 2 people go out there and handle. How many orders could they have gotten? I don't know. 10, 20,000, somewhere around there. That's not too bad. They could do that in like 2 days. That's just sad. Do you think Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2 remake will come out on 4K? Not anytime soon, Mikey. Not anytime soon. There's a bunch of rights issues tied up with the Weinsteins. I am, but not day one. Probably once it's down to $15 or less. Okay, you're talking about Halloween Ends. Geez, Gustin, you even liked it. Instead of Cole, you can expect a copy of Ends Under the Tree. Is that going to be out before December? For real? Deadly Blessings is decent. Let's see. Hail Hydra says, I'll buy it, use at a cheap price just to complete the set. I personally didn't like it. H2O had a more satisfying ending. Yeah, we'll talk about H2O in a second. When we get to the thing. Let me bring up that poll again. See where we're at here. I'll leave it running probably another 5 minutes. There's 146 people in here. Thank you all for being here tonight. 64% are still saying that they're going to buy it. 103 votes. So that's like 65, 66 people. I'm still waiting on the artwork reveal for the trilogy set dropping along. The standalone group only has place. Yeah, I saw that placeholder artwork. 4K Steelbook. Wonder if it will sell out before it's even in stores like Halloween Ends. Probably, and then they'll do another Steelbook a couple of months later. So don't pay $200-$300 for it. They'll drop it again. I think Halloween Ends is a decent thriller, but a terrible Halloween film, especially a final film of the trilogy. Yeah, it just feels so out of place. Like that. How do you end your trilogy on that? Like it would have been so easy for them to just do a basic Halloween finale. It would have been boring for me because I just didn't care about the movies anymore. This actually livened it up for me. But like most people that were into it, Like, it's so easy. You just set up a film and you have Michael kill some people, and then you have Laurie and Michael fight at the end, and you make it epic. You make it a truly epic showdown, and then you end the movie. I don't know. It would have been easy. I'm still getting Halloween Ends on 4K, even though it has problems. Too gonna wait for the box set of Halloween 4K go down in price. It's too expensive, which is ridiculous. Yeah, it is ridiculous. It is. I'm trying not to media addiction. I'm trying not to. Again, if you want to know my spoiler thoughts, I got a whole stream on it. Do you think they'll release multiple steelbooks for it, like with Halloween Kills? Probably. Probably. There is an Arrow sale right now, Sterling. I will get to that. As soon as I get through some of these comments, I'll go ahead and start on the sale. I haven't seen Commando, Matt. No, I'm sorry. Got to finish completion's sake, even though Scream Factory 1995-2002 set made me cry a little bit when I purchased it. Did get it for 100, but still 100 too much. I agree. I will probably be ordering that set later this week. Yes, there are 2 steelbooks. I guess we could look at those. I'm going to go ahead and close this poll. 113 votes. Maybe I'll keep it open for a little bit. That way newer people that can come in. We can get the true barometer on what the people are thinking. All right, so I think Zavi actually sent me an email on this, so I can just go back to my emails and look at the Zavi. And they got that Walmart edition too. I don't know if I can find that or not. All right, let me just look up the website. Is that the Hellraiser box set trilogy for $30? Did I see that right? All right. So let me bring up this for you guys. 157 people in here. Be sure to like the stream, please. All right. So there you go. That is the Zavi exclusive 4K Ultra HD Steelbook, includes the Blu-ray, and that is $37.99 to pre-order right now. That's a nice looking Steelbook. I mean, I kind of do like that Steelbook. I still think it's a missed opportunity to not put Corey Cunningham somewhere on this Steelbook. I mean, come on. All right, let's see. What else we got here? Is this the other one? Halloween Ends Zavi exclusive 4K Ultra HD alternative artwork Steelbook, includes the Blu-ray. I mean, this is nice too. Like, both of these beat the shit out of the Halloween Kills Steelbook that Best Buy put out. In my opinion, I think they're both really nice. Yeah, both of these are awesome. I like them both. I might end up getting one of them. But the only thing is that I didn't get a Halloween Kills Steelbook. I got a Halloween 2018 Steelbook. I got that re-release Steelbook that they put out. But yeah, I like both of these. I really do. No joke. Nice Steelbooks. All right, let me see if I can find that Walmart exclusive one. And if not, it might not be up on Walmart. It might have been something that this father was showing. Let me get on my Instagram. Show this to you all real quick. All right. So this is the only at Walmart Halloween Ends. So I don't know if this is like a flip open on the cover is what this looks like. It looks like almost like a digibook. Little fold out cover right there. And I'm guessing that's the slip cover. That's fold out, almost like the Paramount Presents titles. And this is supposed to be, this is saying January, and some of the dates were saying December. So, I mean, all the Halloween movies have come out in January, like the last 2 have. I don't know why this wouldn't. It's being released at the same time. Maybe they just anticipate it's not going to do as well in the theaters, so they can release it earlier. I don't know. But this is going to have deleted and extended scenes. Wow. Okay. Only at Walmart. So yeah. Looks pretty cool. But yeah, those steelbooks though, those steelbooks are nice. Seen you a lot today. Binge watched several of your videos. I'm sorry, man. I apologize for that. Hope you like The Cure. I haven't seen it. I'm excited to watch it when I get around to it. Yeah, we just talked about that. Scaps. I hated Rob Zombie's Halloween. Arrow Sale. Yeah, let me get through this chat real quick. And the Monster 2 remake came 2 weeks later too. Bro, my package came in late for some real reason. It happens, man. It happens. There's one good movie in the following franchise, and it's part one. I disagree, Matt. There's definitely more than one good movie. In fact, there's a few of them that I love. I love them with my whole heart. My whole heart. Second viewing was an improvement. I did want to watch again. That's the one thing I'll say about Ends. When I got done watching Kills, I wanted nothing to do with that movie. I did not want to watch it ever again. Like, that's why I was so reluctant to buy the 4K. And I bought it because somebody pointed out, Ken, you got a Halloween Curse of Michael Myers poster behind you. Buy the damn movie. And I bought it. Just somebody commented that, and I woke up and I said, you're right. I got to buy all these things. It doesn't matter. So if I bought Halloween Kills, I'm for damn sure going to buy Halloween Ends. And also, yeah, it's the collector in you. It's almost like you've just gone this far in the franchise. You might as well keep going. But yeah, with Ends, like I do want to rewatch it. I just don't know if I'm going to have time to do it because I got to get into some other stuff this week. I mean, I've got Synapse releases to watch, like Satan's Little Helper. And I really want to watch some other Halloween movies, like ones I actually love, ones we'll talk about later. And the Universal Monsters. I watched The Mummy the other night, and I quite enjoyed it. So I'm excited to dig into some of the other ones. Hopefully get a review out for you guys. And I got Return of the Living Dead coming this week. I'm excited to watch that in 4K. A lot of stuff. Lots of stuff. I always like the first Rob Zombie film, Halloween film, better than most, in my opinion. Some people feel that way. I'll let you know how I feel shortly. 7.5 out of 10 stars. Well, there you go. Let's see. What's up, Robert? How are you doing tonight, man? Watched Dead Alive trilogy last night for the first time. It was not good. Dead Alive's a trilogy? I thought it was just one movie. You got the Halloween Ends mask, and it's even more popular than the movie itself. That mask, I did not get. I got the one from last year, but I didn't get that one. Might be hard to drop a like. You better drop a like, Robert. Serious right now. I have one rule pertaining to buying physical media. I don't like, I don't buy. Some people are like that. It's like, look, they stand their ground. It's like, if I don't like this movie, why do I want to own it in the collection? I understand that. That's like logical thinking. That's rational thinking. Not all physical media collectors are like that. But some people are going to buy it because they liked it. But again, some of us might not like it as much, and we're still going to buy it because it's Halloween and we have to own all these movies on 4K or Blu-ray or whatever. That is what she said. I don't know what she said, but that is what she said. Yeah, my official score for it was a 2.5 out of 5, which is pretty low. But I do want to rewatch it. I might bump it up to a 3 if I rewatch it. There's some interesting ideas there. It's just it's not a good movie. It's not just storytelling wise, logic wise, just a lot of things in that movie that don't make sense, that weren't built properly, that weren't developed properly. But there are things in the movie that I liked. I liked the new character that they introduced. I think that he is probably one of the best characters, most well-written characters in the entire Halloween franchise. That's crazy, but I think he is. It's just that they botched his ending. They botched his arc. They didn't complete it. And it upset me. They should have went all the way. That's my biggest problem with the movie. They half-assed it, and it just felt pointless. Well, thank you, Delated. If Stephen King made a Halloween movie, yeah, so I didn't even get all the Christine references until like I heard people point it out when I was watching it. But as soon as they did that, it almost made me like the movie a little bit more because I was like, yeah, I can absolutely see that. And I love Christine. That's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites. I'm an okay Halloween fan. I'm just not on the level so many others are. I will see Halloween Ends. Had a super long weekend with very little time to watch it, but I'll see it soon. I get it, Huck, man. You're a busy man. Busy man. I get it. I'm very nervous to see what they're going to do with The Exorcist. I mean, where do you go with The Exorcist? Like, what are they doing? Like, what is this? She gets possessed again? I mean, Ellen Burst's coming back. She's like 90. She's supposed to be the lead of the film. I don't know. I just don't know what they're going to do. Are they going to be screaming, evil dies tonight and the power of Christ compels you in some little girl's bedroom? I don't know. David Gordon Green's directing it. Anything goes, right? Until January this year, I thought physical media was about owning your favorite films in the best possible version. Now I find out that just collecting is a thing. It is, kind of. But the thing is that we wouldn't be collecting the movies if we didn't love the movies, right? I mean, that's where it all starts. But yeah, it's very easy to, I guess, lose yourself in the art of collecting sometimes and forget about the films that you're actually buying sometimes when you really get into that collector's mindset. But I mean, I still watch a lot of the movies that I buy. But I mean, it's impossible to watch like all of them as I bring them in. But my mindset is I'll get to them eventually. Hopefully. Megan looks great. Is that the movie with the doll twerking everywhere? Don't watch sports. Yeah, I've never been I used to watch like professional wrestling if you count that, and UFC a little bit, but not sports. I'm excited for Megan. Isn't that the doll movie with the girl like shimmying around the room or something? It looked ridiculous. None 2 from James Wan looks good. Did they show a trailer for that? Ooh, I love sports movies. Yeah, I love sports movies. I don't know. There's just something about watching sports movie. It's the storytelling in the sports movies. You don't always get that in the sports games. Like, yeah, there can be storytelling. There could be things that are happening. Storylines between specific teams and rivalries and whatever, but you don't get it laid all out there in front of you, like with specific characters in a nice little story like you do in movies. I don't know. There's something about sports movies. They're very inspirational. It's a weird thing. I don't know. I can't explain it. But no, I don't watch sports. I don't have time. Like, I barely have enough time to watch the things that I love movies. It's like if I had any more time on my hands, I would try to read or play video games. I'm not just going to sit there on the couch and watch sports. And it's like if I'm not into it, then I'm not going to try to get into it. I don't need to be addicted to anything else. I have enough things that I'm into. Must have 4Ks and Blu-rays that recently came out. I feel like I've done quite a few videos on that. I just did a horror one yesterday, Dave. You can go check that out. 10 4Ks you need to have in your collection. But I'll give you a few off the top of my head. Fright Night was a great 4K release, especially if you like bonus features because they added a ton of really great new ones. I Know What You Did Last Summer was a really great 4K release that looked great. Poltergeist, you must get that. Lost Boys was a great 4K release. So yeah, I mean, I'd point to all those for sure. All were very solid. I haven't heard anything. I have not heard anything. I know the same thing as you. Very anticlimactic. I agree. Was expecting a more intense Lori versus Michael. Don't spoil ends too much. I'm from Canada. We don't have Peacock. I'm trying not to, Seb. I'm trying not to. I probably already said too much, but I'm really trying not to. Pretty much. New Dream. I'm not even going to bother seeing that. What's up, Marius? I don't think so. Warner Brothers usually does a pretty solid job on their 4Ks. I'm pretty sure. I mean, have they really botched one recently? I'm trying to think. Yeah. You're not wrong. I would love it if they reboot it, picking up from Halloween 4. Like, that would be awesome. Aren't you gonna read my comments? I comment on yours a lot to make sure you read my comments, and I don't want to be left out too. What are you talking about, Resident Evil fan? I feel like I've been reading your comments tonight. I apologize. I try to get to everybody. I don't want you to feel left out, man. Yes, I watched that when I was a kid, Robert. You don't have that on Blu-ray, Marius? You need to buy The Exorcist. I think you can get it for like $10 or something. 4 and 5 was not my favorite. My ranking of them would be 1978, 1981, H2O, and 2018. Is 2018 your favorite? Is that what you're saying? Oh, watch. The Exorcist is going to blow your mind if it's a first-time watch. What's up, Travis? Yeah, they pretty much were. What's up, Mama Blu-ray? How are you doing? How are you and Sue doing getting through those 90 movies in 1 month? Jeez. That's a whole lot of movie. All right, guys, I'm going to scroll down a little bit because I got to get into the sale soon. No slip, no dip. Yeah. You got to care about the packaging, movie fan, or you're not a real movie fan. If you don't care about slipcovers, you cannot call yourself a movie fan. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Can I work at Target distribution and we are gonna show Amazon how it's done this year. Nice. Yeah, I used to work in distribution warehouse. I tell you, we lifted a lot heavier things than Blu-rays. We had to freaking shove out like 50,000 cases a night of big 100-pound cases of meat. People are whining about a couple 10,000 Blu-rays. Come on. Just throw those things in a package and move on. You guys got to go pre-order Halloween Ends 4K on Amazon right now. Do we have to? I mean, I'll pre-order it the week it comes out, probably. I got a coffee mug of Michael Myers and Nightmare on Elm Street 2, buddy. Awesome. Yeah, I actually got Jason right here. I got Jason. He's not complicated. Jason's not complicated. All his movies are fun. There's some people that don't like Jason Goes to Hell, but those people can go to hell because I love that movie. What's on your Christmas wish list, Ken? It's hard. I don't usually come up with too much of a wish list. Because to be honest, I buy a lot of stuff I want when it comes out. And that's kind of what happens when you become an adult. So I just focus on getting stuff for other people, or primarily my kids. So I always tell my wife, I give her a list of probably about 10 movies that I would want to get, stuff that I hadn't picked up throughout the year, and some other stuff. Like that's when she can get me like more NECAs or figures or stuff like that. Stuff I don't usually buy for myself. So I'd say stuff like that. I did not like it, but I'm going to go buy it for my collection. I mean, a lot of people are like that, Michael. A lot of people. Why the fuck was Michael breathing? He never does that. And why didn't he get slapped? Michael breathes all the time. Should have reversed order. 2018 ending was the actual. Yeah, that would have. I've heard people say that. That would have made more sense, to be honest. It's all ass backwards. I mean, at this point, it's almost like they just kind of threw their hands up in the air. It's like, just do this. I don't know. Nothing like connects to them. It's such a disjointed trilogy, and that's why like it really reminds me of Star Wars like a lot. Like this is like the exact same thing as the new Star Wars trilogy. The exact same thing. Most people love the first one. The second one divided the fan base. And then the third one divided it even further. And most people ended up hating that one. And that's kind of this one. Only I feel like more people are positive on Ends than Rise of Skywalker. Maybe I'm wrong. Slipping on their manufacturer on the 4K disc lately, the Army of Darkness disc falling out of it. Yeah, it's like nobody cares. It's like there's just manhandling this shit. I don't know what the process is. Do people actually put the discs in, or is this like a machine that's doing that? If so, they need to fix the machine or make their case. Sometimes the cases are just too shallow. Like the little knobs are too shallow. They need to make them a little pointier, stick out a little further. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's probably a smart move, especially on the studio stuff at this point. Like all those Christmas 4Ks that are getting ready to come out. Like, honestly, like I'm gonna get Christmas Vacation, but I have no reason to get the other ones. I don't want to watch a bunch of Halloween, or I don't want to watch a bunch of Christmas movies at the beginning of November. I don't do that. I wait till December to start watching Christmas movies. I don't watch Christmas movies in November. I just don't do it. Now it's different with Halloween. Like I'll start watching horror movies. I watch horror movies all year round, so it's not a big deal. But I feel like I start getting in the mood in like September. But with Christmas, it's December on. I'm in the mood for Christmas, but November I'm not. I like watching all my Christmas movies in December. So if I get those movies on 4K, I'll probably will go ahead and watch Christmas Vacation because I love that movie and I just want to see what it looks like. But the other ones, like I just wait till December to watch them anyway. Yeah, same here, Glib Glob. That was a nice steelbook, though. How could you pass it up? I actually didn't hate Through from Hell either, though. Hell yeah. I mean, that movie needs to be cut into 2 movies with all the stuff they try to cram in. Oh, nice. Is it up for pre-order? I might have to pre-order that myself. I've never tried to pre-order a Walmart exclusive. That's a dumb Walmart exclusive. Gus, how dare you say that about Walmarts? At least they're doing exclusives. Where's Target at right now? They're not doing shit. How could you? The Hillbilly Hunter would be so disappointed in you right now, Gus. He really would. He really would. Sorry, I heard some noises. I'm scared. All right, let me turn off this Michael Myers thing. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let him fall down like that, like he just did, and then later on the nights, he's just gonna raise up like Michael behind me. And if he does, make sure you tell me, warn me. I'll never watch I Hate Clowns. I'm excited to watch that one. I'll probably get the 4K or Steelbook at Walmart or whatever. Yeah, Walmart's killing it. They're doing a lot of cool exclusives now. Yeah, that's crazy, all those exclusives. All right. I have not watched The Demons from Synapse. I have the Arrow edition, but not the Synapse. Oh, you didn't like the mask, Melissa? It wasn't a great mask. It was all like moldy and weird. So yeah, I get it. I did. As soon as somebody pointed those out, I was like, "Oh, that's really cool. I liked it. I liked it." See, I don't want a Christine remake, especially not after what they did with Firestarter. I mean, the original Firestarter, I don't think is great. Not as great as Christine, but I don't want to see them fuck with Christine. Like Christine is I think Christine's a perfect movie. Like it's one of John Carpenter's best movies. It's probably top 3 for me. I love that movie. I do not want to see them mess that one up. And Christine in the hands of Blumhouse is dangerous. Very dangerous. Let's see. Um, yeah, I mean, at least 2 of them. Maybe not all 3, but at least coming in the second one. I mean, to be honest, what they should have done is made Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills one movie because it was one night, and then flash forward 4 years and did the next 2 movies. And then they could have introduced Corey in the second one. That would have made a little bit more sense. Do you know and everyone Rambo 6, Lethal Weapon 5, and Terminator 7 on the trailer soon? I've seen all of the Rambo, Lethal Weapon, and Terminator movies, not gonna lie. I know we're getting Lethal Weapon 5. Rainbow 6, I'm not sure, and Terminator 7, I'm not sure about on that either. Um, you've never seen a Halloween movie in the theaters before? I it, yeah, I mean, I'd say Ends probably isn't the best Halloween theatrical experience. I feel like 2018 or Kills would have been better to see in the theaters. There's not as much action. But I mean, yeah, you should see Michael Myers on the big screen, I guess. So, I mean, maybe they won't make another one. They probably will. But yeah, go see it if you want to. I agree. 186 likes. How many likes do we have right now? What is going on, guys? What is going on? Do we have 38? We have to have more than 38. Oh, we have 100. Wow. You guys are spoiling me tonight. 100 likes? But yeah, 190 people. We should have at least 150. At least 150. Hell yeah. Team slip, man. Ain't nothing better than a nice slip. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, can't I wish I could say I couldn't wait, but I can probably wait for that. Yeah, I could see that, Mike. I could see that. What movies are you the most obsessed with? Probably at this point, Rocky. Probably at this point, Rocky. Used to be Halloween and Star Wars. Those have fallen off though. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are like that, Glib Glob. A lot of people. Ben Grimm's a football guy. So yeah, I love Varsity Blues. And that's okay, Magic Hands. You can still be a Halloween fan and hate a movie in the franchise. I'm a Halloween fan and I've hated one of those movies for years. But they might come out physical release. Yeah, that's weird that they wouldn't automatically come out with a physical media release. I mean, they do with a lot of other stuff, so why wouldn't they do that one? Oh, hell yes, Meta Jesus. Hell yes, we need a Mrs. Doubtfire 4K. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I love both of those. Yeah, back in my younger days, Ben. Well, I mean, actually, up until 2017, like my last job, I used to, well, I worked in a distribution place and we did a lot of the fast food chains and some mom and pop stores and stuff like that. And yeah, I worked in a freezer. I worked in a freezer for like 12 years, just basically picking up big things of hamburger and chicken and all that kind of stuff. Croissants. I remember croissants were like this big ass box. Um, yeah, I did that for straight out of high school up until 2017. I used to work 70 hours a week. That's why I like this right here, me doing YouTube would have never have happened back then. I didn't have the time, and if I did, I definitely wouldn't have had the energy to do anything like this. Um, so once I quit that job, a couple years later, I started doing YouTube. Let's see. I can't hang out tonight, but just had to give some special shout out. Hope you have an amazing night. Well, thank you for being here, Backroom Horror. I feel like this is the first time I've seen you in the chat. I appreciate you being here. You got a cool little logo there. I don't know if you have a channel or not, but maybe go check them out. Susan is helping me with my recovery, so we have plenty of time to watch movies. We both fall asleep in the living room. Nice. Ain't nothing better than falling asleep in the living room to a good movie and then waking up and being like, where am I at? And then realizing you're in a living room and then the movie's on the title screen and then you have to remember where you were the next day. Actually, that kind of sucks sometimes, but yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty cool. A lot of people don't like those. I do, though. I like all the Elm Street movies, except for the remake. So I would recommend that you watch them. Elm Street 5 is a direct continuation of the fourth one. So if you've seen the fourth one, you should definitely watch the fifth one. 6 is more standalone and pretty much like a cartoon Freddy. Uh, but I still recommend it. It's fun. I am enjoying it. I don't feel like I've gotten to watch it nearly as much as I've wanted to, but I have enjoyed all my watches on it. Wasn't very good. I liked it more than Kills. I will get it from a Halloween collection because I'm a completionist. Yep, same here. Do I still got the poll up? 190 votes. I'll keep it up. I'll keep it going. Let's see. Trying to get down here. I think I'm almost to the end of the chats. Oh my gosh, Mike, what a weirdo. What a weirdo. I'm just joking. I can pre-order it from Walmart. I heard it was getting a 4K. Target sucks. Yeah, they do. I heard it was good. I thought the first one was just okay, but from what I've been hearing about the second one, it's probably gonna be a lot better. Oh, we got Busta Myers in here. That's a great profile pic. I don't think I've seen that image. Got that nice paranormal activity box set today. Looks good. Maybe I can watch some tomorrow. Yeah, the only thing I've watched out of that set is the documentary, and I thought it was great. It's a great documentary on the making of the series. It goes all the way up to like the ghost dimension, which was pretty cool. And I need to watch Next of Kin because that's the only one that I haven't seen. But I would want to rewatch them all. Like especially 4 and 5. I haven't seen 4 and 5 in a while. Let's see. They lock clips. Yeah, it's so funny. Some of the memes I've already been seeing. Just the one with Corey and Michael on the back of the motorcycle. I like busted out laughing when I saw it yesterday. Oh god, it's so good. They tried to be edgy but failed miserably corny. Yeah. I love your icon as well, Landfield. You'll see when I do my ranking how I feel about Halloween 5. And I think you'll be pleased with where I place it. That's a great 4K. That's another one I would love to rewatch right now. Like I'm in the mood to watch that. I'm in the mood to watch like 10 movies, but none of them are on the list of stuff that I actually need to watch to talk about. I don't know. Kind of sucks sometimes. Oh, it looks good, man. It's nice. Hell yeah, he is. 1 through 6, hated H2O. 8 and Zombies Halloween. As for David Gordon Green's trilogy, I'm mixed. I hated 2018 and Ends a lot, and Kills was decent. See? It's all over the place with the opinions. All right, Halloween's is over. They need to leave that franchise alone. Bob, they're never gonna leave it alone, man. As long as it's making money, they'll never leave it alone. Let me go ahead and close this poll. I think we have a definitive answer on the Halloween Ends on 4K, Blu-ray, or DVD. Are you going to buy it? 62% are saying yes out of 202 votes. So that is a pretty good number. And yeah, so you're gonna buy Halloween Ends on 4K. And I imagine a lot of those like the movie, right? I imagine that you like the movie, but maybe you didn't. But I think it's a weird thing sometimes being a collector. It's not always about buying the movies that you love. Sometimes it's about, completing collections and doing this. But I know this though. The way that I feel about movies, I've watched a lot of movies that I feel one way about, and then I watch them again and I feel completely different. I change my mind on stuff all the time, especially when there's year gaps in between. So if it's a Halloween movie that I even remotely find interesting, or any movie that I remotely find interesting, I may want to watch it again someday. And then I may have different thoughts on it, even if I didn't love it. So Halloween Ends, like I feel like it's a really interesting movie that I'll probably change my thoughts on in years to come. Maybe in the bad direction. Maybe I'll like it less. Maybe I'll like it more. I don't know. But for me, it's worth owning in the collection and having, so I have the option to go watch it if I want to. And marathons are a thing too. Sometimes you might want to feel like marathoning an entire film series, and you got to have them. You got to have them. Can't trust the streaming services. All right. Ocean, probably, thank you for being in here, man, but probably not gonna be till the beginning of next year. It'll probably kick back up in January. I don't know what it's gonna be, but it'll probably start back in January because I'm getting ready to get very busy at work, and it's just a busy season right now. It's just a busy season right now with all these new releases coming out, and I just had to cool it on that for a while because to be honest, it was stressing me out to try to keep up with the theme months and also new stuff that was coming out. And since I've stopped doing it, I've been a little bit, you know, less stressed. So, but I do want to bring it back because I did like it, and it does it does die down a little bit in January, February, March as far as physical media. So those are like perfect months to do stuff like that. Um, how long are you willing to do a drive for a movie not in your area? Not very long, man, because like I said, I just don't have the time. Like I can't go on road trips and stuff all the time to go get movies. Maybe if that was the only thing I did, but so I mean 30 minutes, I got to go to Best Buy sometimes, so that's pretty much it for me. Like I'm not going an hour or so away for a movie. Maybe if it's like a special trip or something, but yeah, sure. I mean, I liked both the Creed movies, so I'm interested to see how they progress that franchise for sure. Glitter 4K or Jiggly 4. I haven't seen either one of those movies, so I don't know. I know they're pretty fun to make fun of, but that's about it. I want a Sleepaway Camp 4K. I'm thinking Sleepaway Camp 4Ks. That'll probably be a big announcement for Scream Factory next May, June, or July because they're summer camp movies. So I just feel like the summertime would be a perfect time to release those. I don't know. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that, man. I try to. Sometimes I feel like I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just in here trying to be honest and say what I mean. But yeah, Spice World. I don't think I've seen that one either. To be honest, I can't believe they haven't released that one. Oh hell yeah, Kentucky, we live tonight. No, not much, Eternal. I mean, I've been live for over an hour, so you've missed an hour, but you're here now, so that's cool. What's up, John Doe Juggalo? What's up, bub? How you doing? Kim Balboa working in the slaughterhouses. No, not slaughterhouse. I do know people that worked in slaughterhouses, though. I do live in the country. Let's see. My favorite paranormal activity is when the demon speaks through and the speak and spell and the kids get superpowers. Which one is that? Is that the ghost dimension? I don't remember too much about that one. There have been some amazing Corey and Michael memes. Hope they keep them coming. Yeah, it's been hilarious. That's what I'm saying. At least the conversation around this movie has been pretty entertaining. Halloween Ends kitchen battle was very WWE moments. Close, and welcome, Floyd House. Thank you for being here, man. What price you think it's fair for the Halloween box set? Fair for those three movies? 70, 60, 70. 100, no way. I don't care if you got a 4K of the curse and producer's cut, theatrical cut, whatever. No way is that worth 100. That being said, I've been holding out, hoping they drop the price, but I'm gonna have to pull the trigger soon. So if they don't drop it in the next couple of days, I'll be paying $100 for it. But at least I didn't pay 140 to pre-order it from Scream Factory. Let's see. Well, thank you, All Media. I appreciate that. Let's see. Am I gonna buy Bros on 4K? Is that comedy movie about the gay dudes? I'll watch it. I feel like I heard good things about it. I feel like I heard good things about it. I mean, I'm honestly like I'm starved for a good comedy. So if it's supposed to be good, I'll give it a shot. But if I end up watching it and it's not funny, like I'll be honest about it. Um there's some comedies that come out recently that people were like, "Oh, this is the best comedy ever," like Booksmart. I watched that and I was like, "This movie is so not funny." It's so not funny, it's not even funny. Um, but yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that. Wasn't a big fan of it. All right. There's a lot of chat here tonight. I'm gonna rank them all, but let's go through the arrow sale real quick before I do that. Thank you all for being here tonight. Still got about 170 people in here. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. I eventually have to get into the topics I'm supposed to be here, and I haven't really checked out this sale myself yet. So, oh, Wolves that freaking Friends is hilarious. I love Friends. Don't talk crap about Friends. I love my friends. All right, let's see. Shocktober. It's funny how every sale going on right now is a Shocktober sale. I might check out the Kino sale again too. They keep promoting these Hellraisers at 17, and I want to get them, but I know they're doing 4Ks of those. I just know it. Is that a Blu-ray? Here's a Blu-ray for $5. Hiroshima's Death Match. That's $5. I mean, that's a good price. Battles Without Honor and Humanity is only $5 too. Oh, I think all these are $5. Audition 17. See, that's what the sale's good for though, these box sets, because you can get these box sets like the Solid Metal Nightmares for $40. So it's like definitely scoop up the box sets when you're doing these sales. Tremors, I just recommended that. That's one of the best 4Ks. If you don't own it, $25 is a freaking steal for that. It's so worth it. The Giallo's box sets. Those are really nice. The packaging on them is really nice. I've unboxed a few of those. But yeah, I mean, this looks like, all the same stuff. Creepshow 2's I love, $17. I already have that one though. I need to watch House 2 Second Story because I bought that last sale. That's what it feels like they just did a sale not too long ago, and I already bought like 8 titles that I haven't watched yet, so I don't think I need to be partaking in this sale. Especially since, I mean, it's honestly like the regular Blu-rays aren't that good. It's not that good of a sale price. Shawscope though, like if you want the Shawscope collection, I mean, $110, like that's a pretty good price for 12 movies. 16 Candles. Edge of Sanity is a really great movie with Anthony Perkins. I enjoyed that one, $20 for that. Eaten Alive, I got last sale. Shock, I would recommend for $20. I mean, you might get the slipcover still on some of these. Cold War Creatures. I mean, that's what I'm saying. These box sets are good. These sales are good for the box sets. Like that's 4 movies for $40. Like that's a good deal. I still need Mallrats. $20. Season of the Witch. Every single time I see the cover for this, I know it's a George A. Romero film, but I always think that's Amy Adams in a raincoat. It looks like her. Looks just like her. Slugs. I think I got Slugs. All right. The Vengeance Trail set. That's a good box set. Yeah. It's pretty much all the same stuff. I don't know if they'll have like their new stuff, like Two Witches and the Yorgos collection. Let's see. But yeah, is anybody going to be taking part in this sale? I should have linked it down below, but I did not. Because I'm a failure at this channel. A failure. Edge of the Axe was pretty fun. That was pretty fun. Evil Eds. I don't think I got Evil Ed. It's not a bad price. Initiation. I have that one. Pitch Black 4K is $25. I think that's like 16 on Amazon. The Wind. Yeah, this is all the same stuff they had last time. It's pretty much all the same prices. That Weird Wisconsin set, that's a good box set for $60. My Stepmother's an Alien. I still have not watched that yet. I got that last December. I remember I got it when I was really sick. The Dead Center sucks. That movie sucks. El Duce. Ghoul and Animal Factory. Okay. So yeah, it's it's a decent sale, I guess. Kino Lorber. Let's look at Kino Lorber. Because their sale's going on. I think it stops tomorrow, actually. I think the Kino sale stops tomorrow. I wanted to see if they had their... So Tropic Thunder comes out this week. I did not pre-order that from Amazon. I don't know if the price is better on here. I was going to see if I could order it on here. Price is a tad better because I think it's $27.99. I think it's $27.99 on Amazon, and it's a little bit better on here at $26.57. So I might add that to the cart because I do want that. The only thing I pre-ordered for this week right now is Return of the Living Dead 4K and the Ring Steelbook. Got to get that Ring Steelbook. All right, so put that in the carts. Go back to the Shocktober sale. I can't even remember everything I just got. I can't even remember everything. I think I can just get. Do I have to spend $50 to get the free shipping? I'm pretty sure I can. You get free shipping no matter what, right? Maybe it is $50. I know there's no tax on here, which is kind of weird. Yeah, I'll have to go back and cross-reference and see what I actually have in the collection because I forgot. I'll try to order enough to make. Maybe I should just get Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker. I feel like people have been calling for me to get that one for the longest time. I'll put Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker in the cart. All right. Let's stop the scream. See what you guys are saying out there. Blood spots? Blood sport? Probably. Probably. I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. Yeah. Yeah. I agree with that. Sorry I'm late. What's up, everybody? It's okay, man. You come in late, early, it doesn't matter. I appreciate you being here. Owen Sartor says UK site has better titles on sale. Should I go back? I never remember to do that. Go to the UK sites. All right, Arrow Video UK. All right, let me show that. Since I know I always forget I feel like I have a bigger UK audience than American sometimes. All right. The Mangler. Ooh, I do want that. That's for pre-order though. That's not out yet. Okay. I wanted this Gothic Fantastico thing. Got Wolf of Wall Street. I need to pre-order Robin Hood for sure. I haven't done that yet. Two Witches. Videodrome. Like I keep forgetting about Videodrome. When is that coming out? That's October 24th. So that's next week. Yeah, I gotta get that damn Videodrome. Come on now. Keep spinning and spinning. Exorcist 3 I already have. So they have the Hellraiser trilogy. Is this the actual box set? Like, am I going to get the box set of all these? Because, I mean, that might be worth it to get 1, 2, and 3. Because I doubt they would release 3 on 4K. How much is that? 25 pounds? What does that equate to? Pounds. That's $28 US. I mean, hell, that is a pretty damn good deal, to be honest. Especially if you get the box set. Again, let me know if you think I'll get this box set. Because I still have the Hellraiser movies on DVD. Like, I have not upgraded those to Blu-ray at all. I don't love the third one, but I haven't seen the third one in a while either. I don't know. Crash on 4K. I did kind of want that one. Heard crazy things about the movie. Ooh, they got The Thing, Nightbreed, The Howling 2. That's like way out of print here, isn't it? I might have to get that one. Shit. Yeah, I might have to take part in this sale. Maybe get the Hellraiser, Howling 2, a couple other things you can't get here. To Live and Die in LA, I know that's getting ready to get a 4K though. Maybe I'll get Enter the Void. That's a Gaspar Noé film, right? Nightmare City. Is that a good one? I have the Demon set. Ooh, they got Pam Grier, Foxy Brown. Might give me a couple Pam Grier movies. I haven't seen her movies other than Jackie Brown. Ooh, that's a nice Phantasm box set. Only $30 or 30 pounds. What's that, about 35, $36? Zombie Flesh Eaters, Frankenhooker. I think I have Frankenhooker. The Burning, King of New York. I would probably want to get. That's a 4K. Yeah, I mean these do seem like some pretty good deals. Oh, Climax, I definitely need. I love that movie. Climax. That one I definitely need because I remember they only released that in the UK. I'd also want Bride a Reanimator. Yeah, I mean, I have a freaking region free player, but I've just never hooked it up. Never hooked it up. So yeah, this would be a good excuse for me to do that. They got a lot of stuff Scream Factory's done. That's pretty cool. Oh crap! They got the People Under the Stairs. That's one of the ones I ordered in the Shop Factory sale. They got freaking Carrie. That's an awesome cover. Uh, let's see. Marx Brothers. Trip to the Moon. Is that the first one of the first movies? Trip to the Moon. I need Henry too. Not on Blu-ray though. Elvira. There's a lot of pages here. There's 35 pages. I'm probably not going to go through all of them, but yeah, there's some stuff in here I would definitely want. Definitely want. Thank y'all for pointing that out. All right. Let's see. I'll be everybody's quoting the Friends song now. I've already spent. Yeah, man, it gets tough. It's like, God, these sales have been hitting hard recently. And I just bought my new TV, and it's like I really can't afford to buy anything the rest of the year. Like I really can't. But it's like I have to. It's really tough. I'm trying to tone it back a little bit. Like there's like 5 or 6 things I wanted this week. But I was like, I'm just gonna get Return of the Living Dead and The Ring. I can get Tropic Thunder later. It's October. I'm probably not gonna want to watch that movie. Maybe I'll get it in November. But I don't know. I want to get that slipcover. I feel like if I wait too long, I won't get that slipcover. It's a real thing. Well, they say the sickness is real. I haven't seen that. Is that a good movie, Kevin? I haven't seen that. Trick or Treats, first time. It's a good one. My wife watched it last year, and it's for the first time, and that's her new favorite horror movie. She loves it. What's up, Tales from the Shelf? Yeah, I really need to buy it, Matt. I know. Yeah, I'll pick up Clerks 3 because I haven't seen it, so that'll be the first time I watch that. Yeah, I do a lot of blind buying, but I understand it. I mean, I imagine they'll probably do it the same time that they do the Criterion sale at the beginning of November. I mean, that's what they've been doing. It should have, but don't worry. We'll all get the Steelbook, and then they'll announce the 4K. But you have to buy the Steelbook, or they're not going to do the 4K. That's the way it is. I don't think so, Rika. Rican. I don't think I've gotten that. See, I thought I got one of those culture training. Let me go backwards real quick. No, I didn't get either one. I didn't get either one. Hell yeah, it does. Dude, like I would I would kill for a Ernest Shout Factory box set. Like, why do we not have that? It's like the surest thing ever. Uh, yeah, I'm hoping to get that one, Ruben. Yeah, I'm hoping that's a box set. Is it a box set, Joe? Is it like actually going to come with a box set? Do you know? Nightmare City is the one that playing in the beginning, then everything isn't what you think it is in the end. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I haven't gotten in the other ones, so I don't know if I'll get that one, Eli. I do want to watch it though eventually. I like the first one. I haven't seen the second one yet. What's up, 4K Media Guy? How are you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well over there in Cali. Over the Edge is a great kids run, a muck flick. Okay. Dude, I'm gonna double dip, I'm gonna triple dip, I'm gonna quadruple dip, all the dips for The Exorcist. All of them. Every single one. I just got Amityville Horror, not Curse. Yeah, I was trying to do a review on it soon, but I haven't got around to it. You haven't watched that, Johnny? I thought you were in our stream last night. Or are you just sick of the talk? I tried to keep it spoiler light. You got to spend to get them, man. You just got to get them. You just got to bite the bullet. Yeah, I was supposed to. I remember doing an announcement for that a while ago. We're trying to get to it 4K. We were trying to figure out how to watch it the other day. We were trying to figure out how to watch it because we thought it was on Peacock because we heard it was on Peacock, and then we got on there and we couldn't find it. So I don't know how we're gonna watch it. We don't have cable. They will next year. I mean, they do the same thing as Paramount. They release the stuff and then they do Steelbooks like a year later. All right, y'all ready for my Halloween ranking? And then we'll wrap things up. Gotta do my Halloween ranking. You know, feel free to join along. We're gonna start at 13. We're gonna go all the way back. Let me make sure I got these all loaded in right. It's very possible that these are not in there wrong. But while I'm doing this, let me know in the chats what is your least favorite Halloween film and why? Why is it your least favorite? Let me know. I need to know right now. All right. Okay, now I got it right. So now I should be rolling. So that's 7 I have over there. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. I had all of these lined up to showcase as I ran through them. Let's see. Your least favorite Halloween film and why? This shouldn't take too long. I'm not going to get into long drawn out spiels, but you know, I don't feel like my list is very controversial. It might be when we get towards the end, but I don't know. I think it's a pretty uncontroversial list, but I'm sure there'll be some people that don't agree. One thing I do want to promote real quick while we still have 155 people in here is I am doing an episode of World's Biggest Collectors this week on Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be having on Justin from Movie Watch Daily and AKA The Dead Couch. He has an amazing physical media collection, all kinds of collectible stuff. His collecting room is insane. Should be a fun time on Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Movie Watch Daily, aka The Dead Couch, will be live with me to talk movies, physical media, and all that great stuff. So just wanted to promote that real quick and make sure that you guys are there. Hopefully you'll be there if you don't have anything else better to do. All right, let me read your all's comments real quick because I'm honestly curious as you haven't seen Ends yet, 4K Media Guy? Yeah, that's right. I remember you saying you were going to see it on Monday. Resurrection, because it basically has no redeeming value other than the joke to laugh at. I hate Resurrection, just everything about it. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, because it's just weird. That thing with the unicorn was really weird. I feel like when people talk about that movie, that's just the thing they remember. And they're like, I hate it because of the unicorn. And it's like, that's the only thing they can remember. Because I was the same way. But I rewatched it, and I actually think it's a pretty decent Rob Zombie Halloween movie. The thing I like about it is Rob Zombie's actually doing his own thing. And he's not like, I don't know. I hated his first one because he destroyed the character of Michael Myers in the opening 45 minutes. And then it was a pretty decent remake after that. But the second one is actually him doing his own thing and treating Michael Myers with a little bit more respect than he did in the first one. So I like the second one. It's not my favorite or anything, but I think it's okay. Yeah, it's a nice steelbook, man. It's a real nice steelbook. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 says Eve. The reason why I picked up Halloween Resurrection is because the story was only done because of the hype that was reality TV, and also the internet was at its somewhat peak, so that was why Resurrection. Yeah, I mean, look, I was 16 when Resurrection came out. It was the first Halloween movie that I ever saw in the theaters. I drove myself to the theater to see that. I got my license around the same time it came out. In a way, that movie is a little nostalgic for me, so that is not my least favorite. I'll go ahead and tell you. I can still have fun with it, and like I said, I have a little nostalgia for it because I remember having all my friends with me. We drove to the theater, first Halloween movie I saw in theater, and I remember having a lot of fun watching it. And I bought it on DVD too. It was like one of the first DVDs I ever bought. So it's not a good movie though, not by a long shot. Yeah, I get it. Resurrection just doesn't have any redeeming qualities. Um, I think I might have. I don't remember all that I ordered. I ordered a lot though. You know what's funny, Matt, is Curse of Michael Myers has the lowest Rotten Tomatoes score out of all the Halloween movies. I'm pretty sure I'm remembering that right. Has the lowest out of all the Halloween movies. I think it's a 9%. The ones I plan to never watch again. I would rewatch Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 if you haven't seen it in a long time, like since the theaters, and you're just going off of memory, because that movie ages a little bit better than I think a lot of people give it credit for. Yeah, and I think that hospital scene at the beginning of the movie is awesome. Oh, okay, Johnny. I'm trying not to spoil nothing. Yeah. I love Halloween 1 because it was first released in 1994 by Criterion. Nice. Halloween Ends is hands down the worst of the franchise, in my opinion. There are people saying that. He's great. He's great in that movie. Brad Dourif's great in everything, though. But yeah. Halloween Ends, gotta be ends. Bite the bullet and watch it on soap day. Resurrection is my least favorite. Oh, there's a Season of the Witch, since it doesn't have Michael Myers in it, and it should have been called Season of the Witch instead. Yeah, they were trying to make Halloween an anthology franchise. Like they wanted to make the name Halloween, and it was still early on. Like that was the third one, but they wanted to make Halloween like the name of the franchise and separate it from Michael Myers and do like standalone stories. But when they realized that failed miserably, they're like, we got to go back to Michael Myers, and that's why they did the fourth one. So that's why it's kind of the lone wolf of the franchise. Sometimes that happens when you're maybe fall behind or something. Like if you pause the stream in the middle and then come back to it, like you'll be behind, but it'll pick up where you left off, and then you'll just be behind in the chat. I do that a lot. Halloween 5 makes the most offenses towards the series. Okay, let's get into my list. So going off of those, some people might be unhappy with where I place some of these, but we're going to get right into it. My number 13 is Rob Zombie's Halloween. If you've been subscribed to me for any length of time, you will know how I feel about this movie. I think it's an abomination against humanity. I think it's a disgrace to the franchise. I think it tramples all over the character of Michael Myers. Other movies have done that too, kind of, but no movie does it like this. It starts at the beginning and says, Michael Myers is a serial killer because he was bullied in middle school. I don't want to see Michael Myers be bullied. I don't want to see him killing hamsters in the opening scene. I don't want to see his mom being a stripper. I don't want to see the hard life of Michael Myers before he turned into a serial killer. Plus, the kid was like 10 or 11. Like, Michael Myers was a sweet, innocent 6-year-old that, by all accounts, led a normal life and then just snapped. Like, that's the basis for the character. Like, evil just entered his body one night on Halloween and he killed his sister. I could never get over that. Could never get over that. I've just hated the movie ever since. But the thing is that after the first 45 minutes, the movie's not terrible. And I've rewatched it, but it's just like I get so pissed off in those first 45 minutes that I can't stand it. So I just can't enjoy the rest of the movie. But, I mean, we just got Ends, and that was very controversial with how it handled Michael Myers as well. And that didn't bother me as much. And I think the reason is because it's just, I'm so checked out on this franchise at this point that I'm just willing to accept more. Where when Rob Zombie's movie came out, I was a massive, massive Halloween fan. I loved Halloween. And I have not been the same fan since that movie came out. I've enjoyed the movie since then, but my love has gone way down for the franchise as a whole, and I hate that. I hate that that movie did that to me. So anyway, Rob Zombie's Halloween, number 13. That being said, I have been in the mood to rewatch it, which is weird, especially lately. All right, let's get into number 12, and this is Halloween Kills. I don't like this movie at all. I like the opening flashback stuff. That's honestly it. Michael Myers is cool, I guess. There's some cool kills, but I cannot get over all the political social commentary and the mob mentality stuff and the evil dies tonight and just the poorly written characters and the just all this stupid BS that they want to insert into my fun slasher movie. Like, it just wasn't necessary. So I just don't like the movie. And it's number 12. To be honest, I thought about putting it dead last. I just really don't like it at all. But like I said, I got a little bit of nostalgia for the one that's coming next, and that is Halloween Resurrection, coming in at number 11. Although I will admit, objectively, it's probably the worst movie of the franchise, and it does a lot of stupid shit, but it's still fun to make fun of, and it doesn't really make me mad. Like, I remember when Busta Rhymes kicked Michael Myers, it didn't anger me. I thought it was kind of funny, actually. So, Halloween Resurrection. We all know it's a shit movie, so I'm not going to place it much higher than number 11, but there's movies in the franchise that bother me more, and that's Rob Zombie's Halloween and Kills. Resurrection's okay. And that brings us to number 10, a movie that I'm still so all over the place about because I just watched it 3 nights ago, and that's Halloween Ends. Comes in at number 10. I think that this is an interesting movie, and it injects a lot of interesting ideas and themes, but it was almost too little too late because they had already made 2018 and Kills, and this just felt sorely out of place. It just didn't belong. So, and they didn't commit to what they did. You know, they set all this stuff up in the movie so fast. Like all the turns, the character turns and stuff are just so fast. And I get it. It's a movie. They're trying to move things along. They had a lot of stuff to get through. But the fact that they didn't pay it off when they set everything up and they could have, you know, it was just BS. So I would have been a lot more forgiving on it if they would have paid off some of the stuff that they set up. And it's just a really weird movie, and it doesn't even really feel like a Halloween movie, which I guess at this point is fine. You know, we've already gotten 12 Halloween movies, so let's do something different. But, you know, it just kind of devolved into the same old by the time we got to the end. So, yeah, it's possible this moves up, but right now I don't know where else to put it. So I got to put it at number 10. Coming at number 9 is The Curse of Michael Myers. This is not what I would call a good movie either. It's okay. I think the best thing about Curse of Michael Myers is just the overall aesthetic of it. I think it's a very Halloween feeling film. I think that Michael Myers looks pretty menacing and scary in this movie. But other than that, the characters, the dialogue, I think Paul Rudd's pretty awful in this movie. And it's, you know, I love Paul Rudd. I love just about everything Paul Rudd's in. It's the same year he did Clueless, and he was very charming and charismatic in Clueless. So I don't know. Maybe it's just the way this character was written. Maybe it's the way he was directed. But I wasn't a fan of Paul Rudd as Tommy Doyle in this movie. And yeah, it's just I rewatched it probably. I rewatched most of these before 2018 came out. And some of them that I had fond memories of, I realized were not that great. Were not that scary. But I do think Curse has good atmosphere. And I was, of all the 4Ks, like I was excited to watch that one in 4K because I just thought it was going to look the best. Like it's a very dark movie. Just a lot of cool imagery in that film. So I figured that would look the best on 4K, but I still can't put it anywhere higher than number 9. It's okay. Another one that's, 5 years ago, I would have said was probably in my top 4 or 5. But when I rewatched it, I was like, this is just a Scream knockoff. And it's a bad one at that. It's very tame. You know, the final confrontation that I remember being so epic was only like 5 minutes long. And it basically amounted to nothing. And that's Halloween H2O. There's a lot of fans of this movie. I get it, but again, it's a Scream ripoff. And Halloween shouldn't be ripping off Scream. I mean, Halloween came first. They should have been doing their own thing, but they're like, they saw Scream come out and they said, let's do a Halloween movie and make it like Scream. And that's what they did. And I love not Joshua Jackson, but Josh Hartnett. I love him. Michelle Williams is okay in it. You got Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it. It's a good cast. LL Cool J, and it's a good cast. I think Jamie Lee Curtis is good in it, and I mean her trauma is a whole lot more believable in H2O than it is in 2018. So I mean, I'll give it that, but it's a movie that I just when I watch it, I'm like, it just feels so tame, and it's very short too. I think it's like 85 minutes. It just doesn't feel as epic as I remember it being. So I got to put H2O at number 8. Not a terrible movie by any means, but it's just not one of my favorites. So now we might get into some controversy. Coming in at number 7 is Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. So I remember seeing this movie in theaters, and I hated this movie in the theaters. I hated it with a burning passion. And I remember very vividly after I saw Halloween 2 in the theaters, I think I just saw like Transformers Revenge of the Fallen like a month or so earlier, and I hated that movie too. And I've always had like a critical mind when it comes to movies. And I remember going to see these movies with my family, my wife and her brothers and stuff, and they would be all like ecstatic about the movie. And we'd come out and they'd be like, "How did you like it?" And they would know that I hated everything almost. It felt like back then. "How did you like it?" And I'd be like, it kind of sucked. And then they would call me like the bummer, like the buzzkill. I was like, these movies suck. I'm not going to act like they're good when they're not. Um, so yeah, Revenge of the Fallen sucked. Halloween 2 was horrible. And after I saw it, I was like, I'm just done. It just killed my love for like modern cinema. I was like, I'm done. I'm not watching new movies in the theater anymore. It's like all they release is crap. I'll just watch the old movies if I want to. And at this point in time, like I was super into video games, and video games were like going through a freaking renaissance in like the mid to late 2000s. Like there was a lot of great games during that time period. So I was just happy playing video games and ignoring new movies. And I don't think I went to the theaters for like a year after that. So yeah, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 killed my love for the theaters. And then I didn't watch it again until right before 2018 came out. Cause like I said, I rewatched every one of them. And I was like, you know what? This movie's not that bad. The white horse stuff at the end's pretty weird, but I actually like the way that Michael Myers looks in this movie. I like the hobo Michael. Like I like it when he takes his mask off and he's all like bearded and shit. I just think it's badass. And I think that the opening like hospital scene was a nice like homage to Halloween 2. And I just appreciate it a lot more than I did when I rewatched it. So I've only seen the movie twice. Only seen it twice. I've been wanting to rewatch it. Saw it in the theaters and hated it. Saw it 3 or 4 years ago and thought it was a lot better. Good performances. Brad Dourif is good in the movie. I think Scout Taylor Compton and Danielle Harris are a lot better in this one than they were in 2007 one. So I enjoy Rob Zombie's Halloween too. I'll give it my number 7. And I had to think about this one a lot. I don't know where I'd place this film at this point because the whole new trilogy is honestly a little disappointing. But I guess I'll throw 2018 in at number 6. I don't think it's a bad movie, and when I saw it in theaters, like I loved it. Like I loved this movie when I saw it in theaters. I thought it was awesome. I was like, yeah, hell yeah, Michael's back. I just chose to ignore all the stupid character stuff and the over dramatic PTSD Lori was just way unbelievable. But the biggest sin that this movie committed was the, taking away the brother sister angle that I love. There's no reason why Lori couldn't have been Michael's sister still. Like that, it would have made the plot make a little bit more sense, and it would have made that final confrontation that we just got in the movie feel a lot more earned, I guess. Why even have a final confrontation between the two if they don't even have a relationship, if there's no backstory between the two of them other than he killed their friends on Halloween nights? And like, yeah, by this time he's like killed her daughter, but like, what's the point at this point? If they don't have that personal connection, if they don't have that blood connection, like, why even do all this shit? So doesn't make any sense to me why they got rid of that. It still doesn't make any sense to me. These could have been a continuation from Halloween 2, and the story would have made more sense. Laurie's trauma would have made more sense. So that's the biggest problem I have with this film and this new trilogy as a whole, is getting rid of that storyline. But other than that, Halloween 2018 is a good Halloween film. It's got some good kills. It's got some legitimate like scares and tension. It's got a great score by John Carpenter. It's got a really epic finale with Laurie and Michael that's honestly way better than the finale we got in Ends. So I will give it credit for a lot of things. Dialogue isn't the greatest. Um, the comedy, the writing by Danny McBride, he's just, I don't know, he's just proven to not have been the right choice as a writer for these movies. Um, and yeah, the stupid shit in this movie, the peanut butter on my penis joke, and it's just a lot of cringy dialogue that just wasn't good. So, um, it may go down in years to come. There's some of these I haven't rewatched in a while. It's quite possible Rob Zombie's Halloween goes above this one at some point. I don't know. But as of right now, I feel comfortable putting it at number 6. And when I'm done getting through all these guys, I'll read your all's comments. So if you want to let me know in the comments, what your ranking is, I will get through that and read it when we're done. You can go all 13 in the chat. All right, so we're getting into my top 5. And if you've noticed, my top 5 is the first 5. My top 5 is the first 5 of the franchise. All the ones that came out on 4K last year. I love the first 5. I love all of them. So it is kind of a case of I just love the old ones the best, and all the newer ones suck. That's basically what it is with me. So let's go with number 5, and that is part 5, Halloween 5: The Revenge of Michael Myers. A lot of people don't like this film. I get it. It's kind of stupid in parts. It's a little weird. But I've always enjoyed it because it was a continuation from part 4. And I love part 4, and it was a continuation of that story. I think the biggest crime this movie commits is killing off Rachel. I didn't like that because she's one of my favorite final girls. But I mean, it still has Danielle Harris, and she's great in the movie. They do an interesting thing with her character, making her kind of a mute, and there's some good kills in this one. I've always remembered the barn kill and the girl dressed up like the devil and all that stuff. And I don't know, it was just a fun one I remember watching as a kid, and I've always enjoyed Halloween 5. It's a cool movie. I don't understand the extreme hate for it. I feel like it fits within the franchise. Donald Pleasance is a little wacky in it, but he's also a little older and he's been through a lot of shit, so it makes sense. So Halloween 5 is my number 5, and it's got a cool poster. You got freaking Danielle Harris on the knife. Yeah, they kind of botched the ending of part 4. Like, they should have just made her go like full serial killer, but they didn't. And it's funny how, they had the old school mask on the poster, and that's not the mask that he wears in the movie, but I never minded the mask in Halloween 5. I know people joke it looks like Nicolas Cage, but it's fine. And when I watched it on 4K last year, I was like, I still love this movie. I really do. And it looked great. So Halloween 5, that's my number 5. Now, number 4 is Season of the Witch. So again, another one I hated when I first saw it, but I also first saw it when I was like 10 or 11, and I was obsessed with the first 2 and part 4, and I watched this one. I was like, where's Michael? I think that's what most people say. Why is he not in this movie? This movie sucks. But I watched it again for the first time in like 15 years, 4 or 5 years ago, again leading up to 2018. And I really got into it. I really loved it. I love the score in this movie. To be honest, the score by John Carpenter in Halloween 3 is probably my favorite of the entire franchise. I love the score in Halloween 3. It's awesome. Directed by Tommy Lee Wallace, who also directed one of my favorite horror movies of all time, It 1990. It's just a fun kind of Elseworld anthology sci-fi horror story. It's got Tom Atkins in it. Like, what's not to love about Tom Atkins? It's a fun story. It's creepy. It's got a cool vibe to it. It's atmospheric. And yeah, it doesn't have Michael Myers in it, but a lot of these movies that have Michael Myers in it suck. So to me, that doesn't really mean much. Just because you have Michael Myers in your movie doesn't mean you're going to be a good movie. So that shouldn't factor in at all. I think if people just watch this movie for what it is, and not, get mad at it because it doesn't have Michael Myers in it. I mean, they were just trying to do something new and it didn't work out and they didn't make enough money off the movie and they went back to Michael Myers. So this movie exists and there's nothing we can do about it but love it, watch it, appreciate it, and love it for what it is. It's fun. And it looked great on 4K too. So Halloween 3 is my number 4. Well, let's get into my top 3. Halloween 4 is my number 3. This was actually the first Halloween movie that I ever saw in the franchise. I was gifted the VHS tape of Halloween 4. I was probably 10 or 11, and it was a Christmas gift from my uncle. He knew that I liked Freddy and Jason. He was like, "Have you ever seen Halloween?" And I said, "No, never seen Halloween." So I was automatically intrigued because it was another villain on the front with a white mask, and I was like, "Oh, this is like Jason. He's got a white mask, and this one's different. Looks like more like a human." So I was instantly intrigued. Went home probably that night, probably Christmas night, and watched Halloween 4 for the first time. And I fell in love with it. I love this movie. I probably watched it like 10, 15 times after that. And I can't remember when I saw the first two, but it was probably within a few months after I saw Halloween 4. I saw the first two. I probably rented them or something. And I loved them so much. I loved how and we'll get into those in a second, but I just loved how they connected. And I remember I bought the trio pack of the first two and the third one, and I was so disappointed with the third one because I thought it all connected. I don't remember when I saw part 5 either. That might have been a little bit later. Or maybe I saw part 5 before I saw part 1 and 2. I don't remember. I just know that I saw part 4 first, and I love part 4. It's a real I don't want to say return to form because I like the 3 movies that came before it, but it's a really solid Halloween movie, and I don't mind the mask at all. I really don't. Like, again, it's another case where it's not the same mask as on the poster. I think it makes sense because he's coming back to Haddonfield and he just goes into some random drugstore and he gets some shitty mask. I mean, he's not going to have a great looking mask just going into the drugstore and grabbing whatever. But I love Rachel. I think she's a great final girl. Danielle Harris is great in this movie. Great child actor. Um, it's a scary movie. I remember it scaring me when I was a kid, and there's still parts of it that I think are pretty terrifying to this day. I love how it basically comes down to them being locked away in the house. Like, it gets very claustrophobic in those final like 30 minutes. It's just a really good, great Halloween film, actually. I mean, it's in my top 3, so I love Halloween 4. Love it. Now let's get into my number 2, and you guys might be like, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna tell you after I do it. Let me rip the Band-Aid off. Halloween's my number 2. Halloween is my number 2. I love Halloween. I love it. It's a classic. I've been lying to myself for probably the last 10 years because I've always said Halloween's my favorite. It's in my top 3 horror movies of all time. It's in my top 10 movies of all time, whatever. But when I really stopped to think about it, I would always watch Halloween and my number 1 together. My number 1 is Halloween 2, 1981. I would always watch Halloween and Halloween 2 together. And I always loved Halloween. Always loved Halloween, but I remember when I would watch them, and I've always been this way. Even last year when I watched them on 4K, I would watch Halloween. I'd be like, I cannot wait to get to Halloween 2. I was like, I cannot wait to get past this stuff. And I hate to say it because it feels like a lot of people that don't really understand the greatness of Halloween say it, but I've seen Halloween like 100 times at this point. But Halloween is slow. It's a slow burn, and I appreciate the slow burn. Like I said, I still love the movie. It takes a long time for stuff to happen. And when it does, it's very thrilling. The last 20 minutes of the movie is very thrilling. I love the whole movie. I love the atmosphere and the vibe and everything. I love the characters. It's just it's a comfort movie. It's just one of those movies I could throw on and I like know every line of dialogue. I just know every moment. But it's still like there's not much going on. There's just Michael hanging around. He's breathing around the corners and stuff. It's like it's whatever. I love it, but it's like whatever. Halloween 2 starts from the second that movie starts. I just remember I just always loved the opening of it. It's like Michael Myers is on the loose. People are hearing about it on the radio. Um, the girl answers the phone. I remember this when I was a kid, and her friends telling her that Michael Myers is on the loose. He just killed people at some house that's right down the street. And I just remember being so like afraid in that moment. Because she was like, "Oh my god, that's right down the street." And it's like just the thought of like a serial killer like in your neighborhood, like 2 houses down, and it's like, "Oh shit, let me go lock my door real quick." That was just so frightening to me, and I just love the opening of it. I love the tracking shots. I love how he's going through the town. I love the old people, um, the Elrods. You know, I've I remember watching Halloween 2. Like, I loved it when I was a kid, and it scared me when I was a kid, but then as I got a little bit older, like, in the middle school and teenage years, like, me and my friends would watch it all the time, and we had such a fun time just, like, making fun of certain moments and lines and quotes in the movie, and one of them was the old lady, like, when he walks in, "Harold, you want mayonnaise on your sandwich? How about mustard?" Like, that was always the funniest thing in the world to me. So I just have a lot of great memories of that movie, laughing at it, being scared of it. I love the hospital setting. Like any horror movie set in a hospital, it just makes it so much more terrifying to me. The kills are great in that movie. You want to talk about Halloween kills, like and how great those kills are? Like the kills in Halloween 2 are freaking awesome. Like the kill where he freaking sticks that scalpel in her back and lifts her up in the air. The one where he like drains all the blood out of the nurse. The freaking hot tub kills. Like I just remember watching that. Um, God, that was so great. There's just so many great moments in the movie. It's when I think about it, I love it. And again, another reason, to be completely honest, I've never loved Lori as a character, I don't feel like. And the fact that she's sidelined a lot of the movie makes it better for me in a way. And she comes back in the end and it's a great finale, but it almost makes it better for me. And Dr. Loomis is just like to freaking 15 in this movie. He's crazy running around like right from the very beginning. You don't know what death is. Dun 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 dun. And he just like ran off. I love everybody. So I love all the characters. And yeah, to me, it's like the more I think about it, I've just been saying Halloween's my favorite because it's Halloween. I was afraid to say anything else, I guess, for like the past 15 years. I was like, the more I think about it, it's like I really just love Halloween too. Like that's my favorite because I always want to get to that one. Whenever I watch them both together, it's like I can't wait till Halloween's done so I can get into the real action of Halloween 2. So Halloween is my number 2 and Halloween 2 is my number 1. And again, I know Halloween's classic. It's objectively directed by John Carpenter, probably the better movie, but this is my favorites, my ranking, my favorites. Halloween 2 is my number 1. I love that movie. And then you got the Bud thing, when they walk in, "Amazing Grace, come sit on my face." I always remember freaking laughing my ass off at that. I love Bud. He's one of my favorite characters. Um, and yeah. Halloween 2 is my number 1. I feel good. It felt good to say that. All right, let's go back and see what you guys had to say. Because I imagine you guys probably had some stuff to say about this ranking. Let's see. How much farther do I have to go? They did this during quarantine, so they didn't think of the past 2 film storylines. Okay. I have love for 4, 5, and 6. Those are my childhood, so I have nostalgia for them. Same with 4 and 5. 6, I don't have as much nostalgia for. I remember as a kid, because I watched that one too as a kid. I remember getting pissed off that they recast Danielle Harris. I was like, and then they killed off the character of Jamie, like right in the beginning. Like that already like put me in a bad mood when I watched these as a kid. But I remember enjoying it. I remember being scared of Curse. Like Curse was like one of those ones that when you got to it, it was like Michael was scary looking. Like he was actually like intimidating in Curse. So that's the thing I really remember about it. Yeah, Curse is okay. Like I said, I got the poster back there. The only reason I got that poster because my family got it for me for my birthday, and I just always had it. I think it's a good poster. Top two favorites are first from '78, then the second from '81. Did you know Dana Carvey is in Halloween 2? I actually didn't know that, but those are my top two favorites as well. The evil is here. Curse is above Halloween 5. LOL, way above. Yep. How's it going? Says the Blackest Eyes. It's going good, man. Just ranking Halloween. Let's see. H2O needed more kills and should have taken place in New England to give it more. Yeah, it's like in California. It's bullshit. Bullshit. She has like next to no trauma in H2O. It's like death didn't even see her friends. Yeah, and that's the thing about H2O. Like she went through the first one and the second one. Like he kills so many more people in the second one. So, and she's like normal in H2O. Oh, that's okay. Everybody needs food. LL Cool J in Halloween movie was questionable. Yeah, I mean, I'll give LL Cool J this, like, he was a legitimate like, he could actually act in movies and be a believable character. Like, he's great in Deep Blue Sea as well. Busta Rhymes cannot. So, I would put LL Cool J way above Busta Rhymes in that category. Um, bored with the H2O hate. Already? I didn't hate on it that long, did I? The ending in Rob Zombie's H2 is horrible, but most of it is a good movie. Yep, I agree. I agree with that. I don't know, man. I've only seen it twice, so unless my Blu-ray is the unrated cut and that's what I watched, I don't know if I've seen it or not. My big issue is the way they treat the characters. Bought it on Blu-ray and release day. Maybe I should go ahead and watch it again. I'd say watch it again, especially if you didn't like it in the theaters. It's better. How much better off would America be without the kind of rural people that Rob promotes in his movies? Probably pretty good, but I mean that's his style, I guess. I guess he likes it. John Carpenter always hated the sister and brother thing. Yeah, no, because that wasn't his idea. I mean, that's what they picked up in the sequel. He didn't have as much to do with the writing of the sequel. So yeah, I get it. And to be honest, that's probably why they got rid of it. That's probably the sole reason why they got rid of it. He was probably like, "I'll come on board, but just get rid of the brother sister thing." Ken, you were taking too long, so I just ordered some blues from Kino. It's all good. It's all good. Let's see. This new trilogy was not better than the zombie movies. Sorry, bros. Yeah, I mean, I put one of the movies above them all, and I put two of the movies above the first one, but not the second one. So yeah. No, I opened the stream for a second, haven't seen it yet. Well, get out of here off the shelf. I mean, I didn't spoil it too much. John Carpenter stated that he didn't like Brother and Sister. He said he didn't like Halloween 2. Yeah. Yeah. Well, John Carpenter, he's not the end all be all. Okay. The one shot in Halloween 2018 is pretty good though. Yeah, the one shot that they ripped from Halloween 2, you know, because it was so damn good, they had to steal from it. The most incoherent trilogy in recent horror history, no direction, no general ideas. It's the same thing as Star Wars. Like Halloween trilogy is Star Wars. 2018 is my number one. It's good. I don't know about number one, Dimension, but it's good. Ends was awesome. Loomis is so unlikable in 5. Yeah, he's just like a drunk. He's funny in 5. I like him. Halloween 5 is only above Resurrection and Rob Zombie's Halloween movies for me. I'd rather watch Halloween Kills, honestly. I get it. It's almost pure nostalgia for Halloween 5 for me. It's almost all that. What's up, Spider Master? I don't know why Halloween 28 is not called Halloween Returns, what they should have called the movie, and now we have 3. Yeah, they should have thought of a different name for sure. 78, H2, H6, H2O, 2018, H4, Kills, Ends, H3, Rob Zombie's Halloween, H5, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, and Resurrection. It's, I mean, Curse being that high, Blackest Eyes is a little questionable. Other than that, it's pretty solid. I would switch H4 and H6. Definitely. Resurrection is garbage. I don't care. I get it. Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween. Halloween 2, Rob Zombie. Halloween 3, Halloween Resurrection. Halloween 5, Halloween 7. Halloween 6, Halloween H2O. Halloween Ends. Halloween. Okay, are you numbering them? I'm trying to read it. Halloween Kills. Okay. I think I got it. I love Michael and Kills, but the writing and editing is cringe and bad. Yeah, Michael's is the best thing about the movie. And the flashbacks. H1, H2, H18, H4, H3, HNs, H6, H2O, H5, Rob Zombie's Halloween 1, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, and Halloween Resurrection. Solid list. Solid list. Anybody that has the first 2 in their top 2 automatically just say, and Halloween 4 in their top 4, I'd say it's a pretty good list. I get it, man. I completely get it. Kind of weird that people think Resurrection is too ridiculous, but Curse of Michael Myers isn't. Kinda. I mean, Curse is cooler. Curse is cooler and just has a scarier vibe and aesthetic to it. So I kind of get it, but the dialogue and the acting and overall direction is pretty similar. Not the worst mask. Technically, the mask in part 4 is Captain Kirk mask. They just did a rehaul it to the same level as the original. They left the sideburns, brown eyeballs, caked in white paint on too much. Yeah. Halloween 4 is so good. I think I want to watch it tonight, actually. A little tipsy. A little tipsy. Is Tina really a character in 5? I don't mind Tina. I think it's stupid that they. I think it's stupid that they killed off Rachel and just had her take the place of Tina. But it's whatever. It's against the rules. I agree with your top 3, Ken. Do you really? Would you put 2 at number 1? Would you put 2 at number 1? What the fuck? Great list, buddy, says Vinny Conrad. I would have accepted Halloween 3. Halloween 2 doesn't stand on its own, though. Well, no, it doesn't. But it is a separate movie. And I do enjoy watching it more than the first one. So it makes sense that I would put it above the first one, right? But yeah, you can't have Halloween 2 without Halloween. That's if I could put them together, then that would be my number 1. Is both of those movies together. I just love the 1-2 punch of Halloween and Halloween 2. But if I'm being honest, I enjoy watching the second half better. So by that logic, I enjoy the second movie better. Imagine not thinking 78 is best. I think objectively it probably is the best. I'm just saying it's not my favorite of the 2. Halloween 1978 and 1981, the sequel are my faves, as well as neck and neck. Yeah, pretty much. It's close. There was a reason I love your channel, and now we got something in common because part 2 is my number 1 as well. It's so good, man. It's so awesome. I used to get hate for saying part. Yeah, and I don't understand anybody that says that part 2 is a bad movie because I I just think it's a great movie. I think it just ups the tension and suspense and the scare factor. Again, I love hospital settings. Like, it's such a creepy atmosphere and environment to be in. And there's some great kills. Like that hot tub kill is brutal. And he's like grabbing her head and freaking putting her in, and it's like her skin's peeling off. Like, there's just some brutal moments in that movie. I love it. I'm okay with H2 being ranked over H1, but he really needs to be objective about Halloween 5. The director really effed it. Um, I feel like I'm being pretty objective. Again, this is a favorites list. So I don't have to be completely objective. I can be subjective with a favorite list. Objectively, what would you put over Halloween 5? Objectively. Maybe Halloween 2018? Objectively, though, the other movies, maybe Rob Zombie's Halloween 2? I don't know. I like Halloween 5. It's all good, man. It's all good. The Blackest Eyes Resurrection is a very typical slasher movie. Nothing that offensive about it other than Laurie's death. It's just a bit generic. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Ends, Kills, 2018 Resurrection, H4, H6, H2. H2. Got H2 twice. H2O, H5, H3. This is my ranking of the Halloween franchise. Did you mean to put Halloween in as one of the H's, Resident Evil? You put H5 as number 2? Respect. Yeah, respect for that. Halloween 2, 81. Halloween 78 are my top 2. 81 is my favorite as well. I played the theatrical and TV versions of both movies on Halloween. Yeah, I just don't see how anybody could say that Halloween 2 is not almost just as good as the first one. It's the same vibe. It's the same feel. It's the same nights. It just, I don't know. Those two just fit together. They go together like peanut butter and jelly. Love them. I find nothing offensive of Resurrection. I just don't enjoy it. Yeah. I love Halloween 2, but it's like how Secret of the Ooze is to TMNT 1. No. I love Secret of the Ooze, though. So, you don't know what death. It's such a great line. It's such a great line. And then the score in Halloween 2 is so good. Like, I love the score in the first one's classic, but the score in the second one is freaking awesome. And when they cut to the credits of Halloween 2 and the pumpkins splitting in half, like, it's just such a great opening. And then the Mr. Sandman song comes in Halloween 2. It's just so good. I love it. The only thing they fucked up in that movie was when they did the replay of Dr. Loomis shooting him 6 times, which is another great Loomis line through the entire Halloween 2. I shot him 6 times. I shot him 6 times, just over and over again throughout the whole movie. It's so great. He shoots him 7 times in the replay. So they kind of messed that up, but that's a charm to it, I would say. Yeah, I shot him 6 times. So good. The posters for part 4 and part 5 are unforgivably wrong. I forgave them. I would watch 1978, 2018. Not me, man. Not me. There is no way in motherfucking hell that I would ever cut the Halloween 2 out. Ever. I will never go along with their plan of wiping that from existence. Halloween 2 exists forever for me. Forever. It's my favorite. And again, that's the biggest problem with this new trilogy. They should have kept my Halloween 2. They fucked with my Halloween 2. They took it away. They immediately pissed me off. Fuck that. But I respect your opinion, Dimension. I'm glad you enjoy those two together. He's gone from here. The evil is gone. Is Halloween 2 that hated? I thought people loved it. I think more people say they do now, but I remember a time period where people thought it was like significantly worse than the first one. I was like, what are you smoking? Halloween Scream Factory 4K. First, I bought, still debating on getting the recent Halloween films they released. So I need to watch the Halloween Scream Factory 4K. First, I bought them. Yeah, I mean, that one looks great. The first one. That was a very painful Band-Aid. I tried to rip it off quickly. But all right, guys, I'm going to try to get through these last comments, a few of them. I appreciate everybody being here, but I need to try to go watch something, and I'll probably go to bed. I've been doing this for 2.5 hours. I did not anticipate this was going to go this long. I love Deep Blue Sea. It's fun. Halloween 3 is fun. Really, Halloween 1 and 2 are one movie. Love them. Yeah, you could look at it that way. You could look at it that way. Thank you, Off the Shelf Movie Night. He came up with the sibling storyline, but just threw it in there because he didn't have a better idea. Now hates it. Read Taking Shape. Yeah, I've heard about those books. I would want to read them, but then I remember I don't read. Yeah, right down the street from me. Right down the street from me. I guess he didn't really want to write Halloween 2 in the first place. Yeah, John Carpenter would do anything for a paycheck. Will do anything for a paycheck, including endorse the new Halloween films. Laurie slept through most of the deaths in part 2, though, so the events of that movie wouldn't have been nearly as impactful on her as the events of the first film. You're not wrong, but she still had to go through that whole sequence at the end with Michael. And she saw a few dead bodies. Oh, yeah, it's so horrible. So bad. So bad. Jamie Lloyd is great. Jamie Lloyd is great. Ken, I'm not serious. Art is subjective. No, I know you're not, man. I know you're just messing around. I know you just messing around. I mean, I think Halloween 1978 is the best. If nothing else, Dean Cundey cinematography is best, but 2 is a good movie. I never got the hate. Yeah, so you remember when it got hate too. Yeah, ridiculous. Absolutely. Oh shit, I got the guy from the Lost Boys in the chat. Hell yeah. I shot him 6 times. Oh shit. I don't know if Evil dies tonight, but I know David Gordon Green ruined the Halloween franchise. It's so funny now because people are gonna look a lot more favorably on Rob Zombie's films now that David Gordon Green shit all over him. Yeah, the soundtrack Halloween 2 is so good, Jason. So good. Love it. Love it. All right, but look, guys, you guys have been great tonight. I appreciate everybody being here. Still 140 people. Okay, so the worst is Halloween 3. Okay, I got you. Still got 139 people in here. I appreciate you guys joining me here tonight on this Sunday evening. Hope you guys had a good time. Hit the like button if you hadn't already. I like to, make sure everybody hits the like button if you're in here and you like what you're seeing. You probably don't after that ranking, but hit the like button. I would appreciate it. Also, comments, whatever you want to comment after the stream. That also helps the YouTube algorithm and all that good stuff. And yeah, be sure to come back on Tuesday night because I'm going to be having another episode of World's Biggest Collectors with Movie Watch Daily. And that'll be at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll also be back for the Physical Media Report tomorrow and some other stuff going on this week. I'm sure I'll get into some other physical media topics and conversations and all that good stuff. But thank you all so much for being here tonight. I had fun. I had fun talking Halloween and physical media and sales, and see you guys later.